real warm out there. And when they came in the house, cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I'm a stand up for mine.
Well, good evening, fans. It is that time. It is time for your nightcap. Just one more here on your Super Sunday Fun Day on Ultimate Dirt TV, part of Season 12 of World of Thunder. And it is time for the granddaddies of them all, the Mimi's Makings and Motions, Warrior Logistics, Super Late Model.
Oh, this is what I've been needing all day, Jerry, with that time change here in the States. And everyone's just kind of dragging a little bit today. Here we go. Super late models at Cedar Lake. It's going to get exciting. Just saw Tia Moppert finish up her qualifying effort. Here's Blake Majulis out there on the speedway. His qualifying effort underway, fresh off the big block victory here a little bit ago. All right, here we go. We're going to end our Super Sunday Fun Day right after daylight savings. Win a big way here tonight, Jerry.
Oh, you know what I wish? You know what I really wish, Sean?
Tell me.
I wish I was in the part of the country that was going to get 6 to 8 inches of snow tonight.
Like me. Yay.
Yes, you lucky old hound dog, you.
I checked
talked
outside. It's sleeting here. It's the rain that hurts. That's what's going on right now. It's all sorts of fun.
No, dude, that's hail.
Yeah. That's what we call it in the summertime.
I can't remember where I was at, but I was outside. And, it was at Marshalltown. If you go look at my Facebook and go back about 3 years, when we got like 60-mile-an-hour wind and hail, I got stuck up in the crow's nest there where I announced from. And it was quarter to $half size hail. And myself and Nate from Flo were tucked up under this little bench trying to stay out of it. It hurt. Not hurting tonight is Ryan Underwood, though, with Team VLR as he goes quick time. Evan C., Zach McSwain, Blake Majulis, and Huey Quillen go there. Your top 5. Believe we might see 5 heat races tonight.
Yeah, we're going to take the top 4 finishers out of our heat races from these Mimi's Makings and Motions or Logistics Super Late Models. Top 4 finishers going to go directly to the A.
You bet. They're in 3 heat races tonight. 3, so everybody must be busy doing something. You never know.
It's the time change. Time change, man.
Everybody lost an hour of sleep, so they're like, I'm too tired to race my super late model. But no, who's not too tired? Ryan Underwood, because he starts off the pole. Blake Majulis to his outside, heat race number 1.
Second row, Cole Cabre is going to start on the inside. That's a D1RT Racing entry. And Tyson Pankow, the 91, he'll be your 4th starter.
Row number 3 is Matthew Logan in the 41 from Team D1RT, and Davin Cardwell. No team info on the 70.
That would be a really cool team name. Brandon Freeberg, the 117, he'll start in the 7th spot. Eric Scalf, the $1 Million Motorsports 50 on the outside.
Oh, it's Freebird, not Freeberg. He parked it in the pond of the supers, or in the big blocks. Got his super all tuned up. That's Richard Murtaugh Jr. and Eric York. They sit inside in the Rocket Racing setups and Sub-Zero cars to row number 5.
And your final starters, James Clausen, the 29 on the inside. Outside, Donnie Batiste, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, 119. So we've got 12 cars, and we're going to go 8 laps. Top 4 are going to go into tonight's Mimi's Makings and Motions, Warrior Logistics, a feature event. And it looks like, Jerry, we're coming to the first green flag of the night next time around for these super late models.
They're rolling the top side in one more lap.
Got it. Want to make sure the track is in pristine shape for these drivers tonight.
So, we may be having some race control difficulties from what I'm hearing here.
Now the field's bunched up.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to go. To be honest with you, we have no idea, but I do know that the green flag's coming out. So green's out, Ryan Underwood down the back straightaway, followed by Blake Majulis. Cole Cabre working the 71 car. Then look at this, Sean. It's going to get right and tight for 4th.
All we need to know, cars go fast. That's fun to watch. Here we go. That 4th spot, as you mentioned, Jerry, is up for grabs. Grabbing her right there. Matthew Logan, the blue 41. Now he's sideways, getting into the corner, and around the outside comes the 91 of Tyson Pankow back into that final transfer spot. That's happening right in front of the 70 of Davin Cardwell, who's now entering the mix.
Cardwell right up there. Going to see the 41 of Logan to the bottom side. Cardwell around the outside. Now he's 1 out of a transfer, looking in down the front straightaway. Cardwell going to let her eat to the top of the racetrack. Going to push the cush off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Lost some ground there, and now here comes Richard Murtaugh in the 33.
Murtaugh now works through the middle right there behind the 70 ride of Cardwell. They're going to start to run short on time. We've got 4 laps to go in this heat race, so we're just past the halfway point. Still side by side, the 41 and 91, that's Matthew Logan and Tyson Pankow. They race for the transfer spot, and they're holding on just in front of Davin Cardwell.
They'll work them on around down the back straightaway here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Working on into turn number 1 and 2 this time. Battle down the front straightaway, though, right here for your transfer. It is on. Here comes Gardwell down the midsection. Logan to the outside. Then it is Murtaugh and Pankow back there in the 7th spot.
Ooh, you could see them using the brakes as they were all getting into turn number 3. Nice job of those drivers to keep it clean and keep it racy here as the white flag is in the air. This is going to decide the transfer spot. Off of turn number 4, Ryan Underwood's going to sneak the win in front of the 127 with Julius. Cabray takes 3rd, and Matthew Logan will get that final transfer spot. Wow, great heat race right out of the books to start the night here, Jerry.
Yes, it was. It was Ryan Underwood picking up the win. Blake Majulis, Cole Cabray, Matthew Logan. Them 4 cars transferred directly to the A1 out. Richard Murtaugh, then it's Davin Cardwell, Pankow, Freeberg, York, Clausen, Scaff, and Batiste rounding out the field. Heat race number 2 getting ready to roll to the speedway. Evan C. in the 33 for Team VLR, and Huey Quillen. He races for a team new to the circuit called None.
Row number 2, the team ABR Esports, number 12. That's Alex Bergeron on the inside. Mason Lobb, the Slam Sim Sports 28. He'll start 4th.
Going to row number 3, Dylan Yeager, the Rocket Racing Setups, number 48, and Travis St. Clair driving for Rocket Esports.
7th starter is Blake Murray, the Dirty Dozen car driver, car number 79, and Tia Moppert from Team D1RT, D1RT Racing number 14, outside of the 4th row.
Austin Friedman drives out of the Ace Motorsports camp, and from the Mid-South region, it's CJ Howell. And your final starter, Dixon Slinger. Throttle performance.
Say hello to everyone tuned in on Facebook tonight, particularly those right now on our UltimateDirtTV Facebook page. We'd like to hear from them.
Yes, tell us. Have you recuperated? Have you gotten back that hour of sleep yet that you lost last night? Like, did you take a nap today?
Yeah. Any good tips or tricks? I need a little something here, Jerry. A little pep in my step as we're getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, I know. The daylight in the fall it doesn't get me as much as it does in the spring. Because you get that extra hour of drinking back when you were at that like going out and partying stage. Now I just take the extra hour of sleep in the fall. In the spring,
I'm with you there.
But in the spring I will take it that it was light until about 7:20 here today. So tonight in the Midwest. So I'm happy. Just like Evan C. Happy down the back straightaway up on the outside of the racetrack. Here comes Alex Bergeron. Bergeron's going to lay it across the snoot of Mason Lobb back there in the number 4 spot down to lap number 1.
Again, 4 transfer out of this heat race. So a little different paint scheme up there on Evan C's number 33 in this one. Quillen in that 2nd spot. Bergeron, Lobb in the top 4. Then look at that behind them. They were 3 wide there for the 5th spot as they were coming off the 4th turn. Now a little contact down here in turn number 1. Here comes that 48 of Dylan Yeager working a little bit lower on the speedway in front of Blake Murray. Off of turn number 4 they come. It is still Lobb, though, up there in the 4th and final transfer spot.
Deeper in the field, looking like a Saturday night party back there. Tia Moppert laying some right side romance on the boys. Austin Friedman working it up there on the outside. Moppert the 14 down on the bottom. This is your race deep in the field. Moppert will go down to the inside. Going to look to rock and roll down the back straight away as they are side by side into turn number 3.
Good battle there for the 7th spot off of turn number 4. So looking for positions in consolation action are these drivers here. Every position matters in your qualifying heat races here with the World of Thunder. Now Moppert's going to make that move, slides up the racetrack, and she secures that position. And now trying to fend it back off over here in turn 1. Up front, here comes Alex Bergeron. Big slider entering, and a low contact off of turn number 4. Bergeron up to the 2nd spot with the white flag out for Evan C.
Huey Quillen got to look at the funhouse up under the skirt of the back of the 12 car as they race him on down into turn number 3 and 4. There it is, a little retaliation payback. We'll see if they run him down the front straightaway. It'll be Evan C. Huey Quillen, Alex Bergeron, and Mason Lobb, your top 4. As that one got a little aggressive.
They're
Evan,
crazy, Jerry.
I know it. That's what happens. You lose that hour of sleep. You get cranky. I mean, you aren't yourself unless you eat a Snickers or something. So C, Quillen, Bergeron, Lobb, Yeager, Murray, Moppert, Friedman, St. Clair, Slinger, and Howell rounding out the field. Heat race number 3, getting ready to come on out. It will be Zach McSwain. Ooh, look at this. We've got team drivers in the first 2 rows. Zach McSwain and Tanner Tomato Sauce Tomasi, both out of the new stable of Team None.
Vanderpool Racing, Lyndon Whitfield, the number 3, going to be on the inside of the second row. And then James Ray, the 00, that's Team Nunye.
Look at this from Florida. It's Austin Carr and Tyler Schultz driving for Team Outlaw Motorsports.
The Team VLR 69 of Brent Carter starts inside the 4th row. Randall Carter, the VLR 37, next to him.
Then we'll see Corey Sibley, tail tagging Motorsports 99.9. Tyler Reed in the 58, and there it is, Travis Gardner. So 4 Team None cars in heat race number 3. Your Mimi's Makings and Motions Warrior Logistics Super Late Model heat race number 3. Stacked full of Team None.
That's my team too. I'm on Team None. Nobody. I'm just a nobody, Jerry. I'm liver and onions. I'm not even like
Nobody
7th choice.
knows my troubles. I mean, I will tell you this. I could finish 13th out of a 5-car field on iRacing. Guarantee it. Here we go, looking for the green flag. It'll be Zach McSwain working the top spot. Tanner Tomasi in the number 2 position. Then it'll be Landon Whitfall and Jimmy Ray right back there in the number 4 spot. Look at that, 3 deep. Here comes Carter and the 69. Well, it's Carter and Carter. Brenton Randall right there working ahead of Austin Carr.
We're going to have to get to work here, though, because James Ray in that 00, he's up there in the 4th and final transfer spot. So if these drivers want to go directly to the dance tonight, they got to get it moving. As you see the battle up front there, a little more action going on for that lead position where Zach McSwain is trying to hold off Tanner Tomasi.
You see it. They'll work on down into turn number 3 and 4. We are at the halfway point. Flags are crossed down the front straightaway. McSwain, Tomasi, Whitful, Ray, and Carter. That's your 5 cars. 4 transferring directly to the A. Carter, the 37. 1 out looking in. That 00 of Jimmy Ray working up there. And we go to the caution flag. Yellow is out on the speedway.
First yellow of the night for the Mimi's Makings and Motions Warrior Logistics Super Late Models. Here's a look. There's Tyler Schultz, the 97. Looks like he's got the 999 Corey Sibley to his inside. Slide job, and he locked him up, spun it around.
Just enough to bring the caution out. Of course, Patricia Payne said she had to lay down and take a nap. Get ready, tuned in for all the supers. And I'm telling you what, this Rich Murtaugh feller, we can't thank him enough. 17-week streak of sending stars during the Super Late Model feature on the broadcast on Ultimate Dirt TV. So, Rich, thank you. Send them stars in because every star counts and supports the great action you see here on Ultimate Dirt TV and World of Thunder. So, make sure and like what you see. There's that little button down there. It's got a star on it. Stars are money.
Yay! We like money.
Yes. And when you do those, don't you when you do send that, we will sing. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know?
You go ahead, sing. I'm not. It's not happening.
I'm probably not gonna sing it. I'll just whoa! Look out! What? Oh, hang on a minute. Apparently, the navigational device was not working in the pace truck. Or either there were 11 drivers with premature acceleration.
See, that pace truck driver's just a little sleepy too. He they tell him on the radio. They're like, "All right, green this time." Now look at the pace truck. The pace truck's like, "I'm out of here. I'm not doing that again."
He's like, "Dude, I got to take this to the body shop, get it fixed. They all run me over." Speaking of running over him, then this heat race is Zach McSwain. McSwain will lead him down the back straightaway. Tanner Tomasi, Lyndon Whitfall, and Jimmy Ray. Got company, Carter. Oh, there's a little bit of right side romance. Reapplied down the front straightaway.
So things sorting out now here in this heat race. We've got 3 laps to go, I do believe. Maybe 2 to go. We'll check this. We do have the caution back out over the speedway here in this heat race once again. So yellow flag is out. Let's take a look at what happened on our Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Here's Corey Sibley, the tail tagging Motorsports 999. Little new paint scheme for him. Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Yep. A little high into turn number 1. And
I'm telling you, I mean, whether it's on iRacing, he doesn't have any luck. And I think if I gave him a handful of pardons and sent him to the women's penitentiary, he still wouldn't have any luck. Just gets it in there in the fluff, and then, ooh, and then, hey, Mom, check this out. No hands. But I love it. Do you see what it says on the spoiler?
I was just gonna say that, but I couldn't read it because it was upside down. We're gonna adjust that for him next week. We'll turn it over.
Yes. Dilligaff.
Yep.
Do I look like I give a... We'll let you use whatever you want the last word to be. He just
Fig
Newton.
Newton.
Just watch this.
Fig Newton.
That'd
Remember those?
Oh, dude, those are good. I gotta be in the mood for that kind of stuff, though.
Yes.
I mean, I just can't be like, "Hey, buddy, you got any Fig Newtons? I can just, And it's not like we were like at the bar and some dude's got a smoke. Hey, mind if I bum a smoke from you? Hey, mind if I bum a Fig Newton from you? Although, Sean, if you had Fig Newton, I would ask, hey, do you mind if I bum a Fig Newton?
I would share a Fig Newton. You could have a couple of my Fig Newtons, Jerry. Yeah. Right now, on his way to, he can have the whole box. Zach McSwain out leading this one. White flag is in the air. They're going to come off turn number 4 and see a checkered.
Checkered flag is out. Zach McSwain, Tanner Tomasi, a little bit ball with Jimmy Ray. Amen. So we will see what we got going on with our results. Zach McSwain, Tanner Tomasi, Lyndon Whitfall, James Ray, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Carter Carr, Carter Gardner, Schultz, Sibley, Reed, all to a C as in cat. Man.
Give you $1 if you can say Carter Carr Carter 10 times fast.
No, see, Wheeler could only get it twice. Carter Carr, Carter, 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 Carter Carr, Carter. I gave you 11.
Oh, you get the bonus. All right, I owe you $1.
I got $1. I got $1. Here we go, Brandon Freeberg. I always want to just I want to break into the guitar riff every time I say his name. Austin Friedman out there in the outside row number 1.
Travis Gardner, Eric York. They're making up row number 2.
Hey, going to row number 3, it'll be Travis St. Clair and Tyler Schultz.
Row number 4 is made up of James Clausen and Dixon Slinger.
Row number 5 going to be Corey Sibley after that, romance with the tires down in turn 1, and Eric Skolf to his outside.
And then it's CJ Howell and Tyler Reed side by side in row number 6. And Donnie Batiste from the tail. We are green on tonight's C-Main, Jerry.
Pace Truck was not sleeping on that one. He hammered it in turn 3 and was G-O-N-E gone, just like Brandon Freeberg is in this one. Freeberg to the race lead. I believe in this one will take top 4 to the B-Main. Top 4 coming out to the B as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. It is Freeberg, Friedman, York, Gardner, and what a gaggle of them for 5th.
Yeah, that is a big pack of cars as see one of them getting a little bit into the wall. Tyler Schultz was up in the wall a little bit as now you see your top 2 breaking away, but after that the heat is on. Still side by side for the 3rd spot, side by side right behind them.
They'll hustle them on down off of turn number 4. Down there tickling on the tires was Sibley in the 999 car. Right ahead of him, it's a great race. There is Gardner and York. They battle it back for 3rd and 4th. Travis St. Clair, look at this. Hang on, they will slide them on in. Drive them off deep off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Still Freeberg, Friedman, York, Sinclair, and Gardner, your top 4.
Oh my, see how hard Eric Skolf was just throwing that thing into the corner. The 50 machine was all sorts of sideways last time down there in turn number 1. Things starting to sort out here a little bit. Friedman, Friedberg, York, St. Clair in the transfer spots, but not a lot of room to give there behind St. Clair's. We have a change for the lead up front, Jerry. The 89 of Friedman just taking it over from Freeberg.
Friedman will slide it on across the snoot, put her to the number 1 spot. P2 goes to Brandon Freeberg back there in the 171. They'll race him off at turn number 4, down the front straightaway, laps winding down, working lap number 7 this time. 5 to go. 5 fingers in the air and looking to make it into the A or into the B main would be the top 4 right now of Friedman, Freeberg, York, and Slinger. Can Slinger do what he has done before and come through the soup?
Yeah, he's working on it now out there in the number 50 machine. He took that spot a lap ago from Travis St. Clair and is now starting to put a little bit of a gap between himself and that car that is one out of a transfer. We have 5 laps to go here in this C main. Nope, we've got 3 laps to go here in this C main. Here comes that 50 machine of Slinger. Slide job, contact. So Slinger gets himself some insurance. He's up to position 3.
Slinger on into the number 3 spot. Like you said, that's going to put Eric York back to 3rd. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is waving in the air for your race leader, Austin Friedman. Friedman will lead Freeberg, Slinger, and York. Those 4 cars, he will lead them into the B main tonight. So they will still have one last chance to dance for Austin Friedman, Brandon Freeberg, Dixon Slinger, and look at that, Travis St. Clair to the number 4 spot.
Wow, big move there late in this one for that driver of the 13. So here's a look at your official results on that C main here tonight as 4 of them transfer on. Friedman, Freeberg, Slinger, and St. Clair. For Howell, York, Gardner, Sibley, Clausen, Schultz, Batiste, Golf, and Reed, their Super Sunday Fun Day with the World of Thunder has come to an end. They'll get them ready for next Sunday. B-main action coming onto the Speedway next year, Jerry.
We got the looking for top 12 to transfer. And we will see, starting up on the front row, we'll roll the ticker on down. Can't see my front row starters, but there we go. Richard Murtaugh, they're in the 33, and Dylan Yeager, the 48.
Randall Carter, Davin Cardwell, side by side in row 2.
Row number 3, we will see Blake Murray and Austin Carr.
In the 4th row, it's Tyson Pankow on the left. Tia Moppert, the number 14. She'll start in the 8th spot.
Brent Carter and Austin Freeman sitting there. Friedman there in row number 5.
And in the 6th row, Brandon Freeberg inside, Dixon Slinger on the outside.
Travis St. Clair going to roll off from the drag slot back there in P13.
So 12 transferred, Jerry?
Yes. 1
13.
will go to the trailer.
Oh, boy. That's a lot of pressure.
It is.
Don't want to be that 1.
4, 6. Hang on. There's 2, 4, 6. Can't see it well. It looks like all 13 made the call.
Yep.
Yes, so 1 drops out. Everybody makes the show. We'll see what happens off of turn number 4. Murtaugh going to lead the field on down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll push the cush down there on the south end of the racetrack. It'll be that 33 of Richard Murtaugh, Dylan Yeager. Now look at this. Here comes Davin Cardwell singing off the bottom, letting her slide to the top as the race is for 2nd.
Ooh, Cardwell got a tire, slid it up. Here comes the 48 of Yeager back to his inside. He crosses over back into position number 2. Cardwell gets back in line up to the top of the speedway as Murtaugh, Yeager, Cardwell, 1, 2, 3 by the stripe and head him on into turn number 1.
Off a 2 down the back straightaway. Murtaugh, Yeager, Cardwell, Carter. That's your top 4. Here comes Cardwell back there, gets it up there, gonna hold it off of Dylan Yeager. They'll work down into turn number 1 and 2 down there, tickling on the tires. This is at 70 at Davin Cardwell. Now you see Randall Carter coming back there in the 37 car. There's your top 4, now top 5 cars on screen as they hurry down the front straightaway.
Well, I'm telling you, Jerry, that's 70 of Davin Cardwell. He's flirting with disaster with those tires on the bottom of turn number 1. If one of those tires just grabs a little bit wrong, he's going to have big trouble. A lot more than just losing back into that 3rd spot as he and the 48 of Dylan Yeager continue to exchange that position. Right there behind him, Randall Carter. He's watching one of the best races on the track right in front of his nose piece.
Down the front straightaway there you see the 70 machine of Cardwell. It's keeping her off the tires now. He's been down there kind of like you do with the like a baby. Stick, you scooch, and then about that time you hope that they don't spit up on you, because if they do, it becomes a mess. Some tires, look at that, right across the snoot. Brought the snoot, that 70 car. Great shot from our camera crew and Wheeler and the gang. That was awesome.
That's why I don't teach people's babies taking time bombs that can spin up at any moment. Here we go. It is Jaeger Cardwell still second and third on this one. Carter in the fourth spot. Blake Murray rounding out your top 5. Looks like Brandon Freeberg has taken the 117 pit side and retired. So the 12 cars running on the speedway right now, they have a ticket to tonight's main event.
So we will watch them all sneak on around. There's TM Oppert right there. He's got the 50 machine, which that will see Dixon Slinger in the 32 car on the ticker, but it's actually, we know, the 50 on the side of it. Oppert up there running on around as a hurry down. This time we should be looking at 3 laps to go.
It's a good opportunity for these drivers to feel out this racetrack and maybe come up with some adjustments they may need for the A main, and maybe pick up a couple of positions yet here in the final circuits of tonight's B main for the Mimi's Makings and Motions Warrior Logistics Super Late Models. 2 laps to go on this one. Jaeger still trailing Murtaugh, so it's Murtaugh, Jaeger, Cardwell, Carter, and Murray, the top 5 out front, with the white flag being displayed.
Like we said, everybody on track making their way into the A main tonight. Down the back straightaway, Richard Murtaugh going to lay it on in there. Junior's going to put her up there on the box here in the B, and he'll be moving on along with everybody else as they cross. So heats are in, C main's done, B main's done. Let's take a look at your final results. Richard Murtaugh, Dylan Yeager, Cardwell, Carter, Murray, Carr, Friedman, Moppert, Slinger, Pankow, St. Clair, and Brent Carter. Those are your 12 transfer cars. Brandon Freeberg not making the show. So a little bit of warm-up session coming to the racetrack. We're going to pay a couple bills. You're watching the Mimi's Makings and Motions Warrior Logistics Super Sunday Super Late Model Nightcap here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Sean?
Jerry.
Sean.
Jerry.
I didn't know if you made it back from after seeing that last commercial there. You disappeared on me for a little bit.
Well, I got to do some ordering here real soon.
You know what it is? You know what it's time for?
Tell me.
The nightcap.
Yes.
You ready for it?
I am.
Brent Carter rolls off 24th. Travis St. Clair goes 23rd.
Outside row 11, Tyson Pankow, the 91. Next to him, Dixon Slinger.
There she is. Tia Moppert. Outside row number 10 to the inside, Austin Friedman in the 89.
The 34 of Austin Carr is your 18th starter tonight, and rolling off from 17th, the 79 of Blake Murray.
16th and 15th place starters, Randall Carter and Davin Cardwell.
To the 7th row we go. That's made up of Dylan Yeager on the outside and Richard Murtaugh Jr. on the inside.
Going to your top 12 starters, we will take a look at them this way. Waiting for it to... There it goes. Jimmy Ray and Mason Lobb in row number 6.
Our graphics are still an hour behind on the time change.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, Matthew Logan, the 41. He starts outside the 5th row. Lyndon Whitfill in the 3 starts 9th.
Then we will see Alex Bergeron in the 12 cars, rolling off 8th, and Cole Cabré in the 51.
Your 6 starters, Tanner Tomasi in the 09, and moving into the top 5 starters, that's the number 4 of Huey Quillen on the inside of row 3.
If you're watching online, get your picks in. Tell us who you think's going to win this A feature in the chat room. Then we're going to look at Tanner Tomasi there in the 09 and Huey Quillen. No, you already gave that row. It'd be Blake Majulis and Zach McSwain there in row number 2.
And your front row tonight, Evan C., the VLR number 33 on the outside, and Ryan Underwood, the Team VLR 46 from the pole. 40 laps your distance. We are green. The Mimi's Makings and Motions Warrior Logistics Super Late Models are underway from Cedar Lake.
Your nightcap's underway. Ryan Underwood going to lead them down the field, followed by the 33 of Evan C. They'll work on right now down the back straightaway. It will be the 46 of Underwood. They're side by side. Look at this. McSwain on the bottom. The 33 of C around the outside, Sean.
They were 4 wide, a little bit behind this mess, but you look at this. Ryan Underwood is going to lead as we work to lap number 3. Look at that top line starting to come in. Evan C.'s got to run. That 33 machine. Here he comes after your race leader. Oh, a little contact, Jerry. Trouble here at turn number 4. They'll all straighten it out.
They got together. Evan C. took a look up under the skirt of Underwood. Underwood, though, was able to regain that. As you saw, Evan C. said, hey, there's a middle pedal, and I'm going to get on it, and I'm going to let you get straightened out. We're not going to wipe the field out. By doing that, though, by being the good sport, he lost 4 spots as he has fallen back into the number 5 spot.
Still a long way to go on this one as Huey Quillen now works to the outside of the 33 of C for position. That's right in front of Blake Majulis, the 127 for position there as well. Of course, Majulis picked up the win earlier tonight in the Envision Custom Graphics Big Blocks. Out front, we've got a new leader, Zach McSwain, powering around the outside. That number 25 now showing the way, but here comes the 46 of Underwood back to his inside.
Underwood back on the bottom, McSwain back on the outside, 71 of Cole Cabré. Then you see Evan C's rocking, rolling back into the number 4 spot. Down into turn number 3 and 4, they'll hustle down the front straightaway, side-by-side action. First 4 spots, Sean still up for grab. McSwain, though, leads this one.
There may be a little strategy here with Ryan Underwood. We hear these late model drivers talk about all the time. We've got car sideways there in 4. That is Majulis. Everyone straightens out, and we're still green. So nice job there, everyone getting their feet firmly planted underneath them. What I was saying, Jerry, we hear these late model drivers talk so much about keeping their spoilers straight. Oh, now we're turning them around over in turn number 3. So there may be a little bit of strategy going on there with Ryan Underwood running the bottom of the racetrack. He doesn't want to get into the concrete. Unfortunately, these drivers here pulling away from the incident site in turns 3 and 4, they're going to wrinkle up the sheet metal and have to deal with that the rest of the way.
Yeah, there's a little pinball wizard action happening on this deal. As Mason Lobb gets into Majulis. When that happens, Blake Murray checks up, and he gets skirted. Gets the old gets the hemline ruffled on the party dress down there in turn number 3 and 4, bringing out the caution flag.
So the yellow going to come out as we have 10 laps in here tonight at the Cedar Lake Speedway. And so far, good one going on out front. We saw Ryan Underwood take the early lead in the Team VLR, number 46. And now Zach McSwain been battling right there with him, that number 25 machine. And Jerry, he's been able to make his way up into that position. So the lizard-lit pit lighting, number 25, now showing the way.
I like that car. I just like the lizard pit lights.
Yeah, I'm trying to find excuses for those.
The pit lizard lights.
That's not exactly it, but close enough on the name, yes.
I mean, those things are bright. Like I said, I was watching some highlights, and they stuck them things in the ground. They lit up a corner of a racetrack because some dude ran up the dirt mound and knocked the pole down. It was an asphalt race. Here we go. Green flag back out. Zach McSwain, your race leader. McSwain on out front. Ryan Underwood. Then it is Evan C., Cole Cabre, and Huey Quillen. Tomasi in that number 6 spot. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Hurry and scurry down the front straightaway. Lap number next coming. That's 12.
So look at the move now here as Evan C. coming back through as he challenges for the 2nd position up there. We look at Majulis trying to come back through the field. The 127's got the 9th spot. Oh, Huey Quillen down in the grass. Also into the grass goes the 00 machine of James Ray. They all continue it on. Now they're stacking them up over here in turn number 2. Oh, we're wrinkling all the sheet metal here tonight, Jerry. We're gonna be fixing them up after this one. Beating them on the trailer floors. Caution
coming out, and the look at the back of Blake Majulis' car. Looks like I don't know. Looks like one of them older ladies' dresses at the party. We're gonna try to see what happened here with this latest and greatest caution.
Looking at the field here, somebody in the wall over in 4.
Nope.
Oh.
Look at that. Oh, Cardwell just leaves the left front at home.
Wow.
He's got her all triked up down the back straightaway, up on the bars, sets it back down, wheels it back up, tickles the tires on the bottom there. You see him just clipping the tires and hearing from race control. Yeah, I hadn't been here for a while, but apparently, shock debris.
Yes.
The old furry Frenchman, shock debris.
Yep. Some go out there. Track officials get things cleaned up, and we are set for the restart. Changes the front row, though, this time as Evan C. joined up there with the 25 of Zach McSwain. Back to green. They'll hustle him on down into turn number 1. Look at the 46 of Underwood trying to dig there on the bottom, right in front of Cole Cabre. Then you've got Bergeron and Tomasi going on right behind that. Here they come by the stripe. We've got 26 laps to go.
With 26 in, it's hurry and scurry down the back straightaway. Look at Alex Bergeron. Holy cow. Alex Bergeron making his way through the field in that number 12 car as he goes to the outside of Cole Cabre. Look at the speed and momentum. Oh, we got one out of the ballpark. Out of the ballpark. Hard goes. I believe that was Zach McSwain leaving the racetrack in turn number 1 and 2.
It sure was, and we've stayed green because he is so far off the race course. There's no caution for it. So tough break there for the driver who was running way up there towards the front tonight. So Evan C. is out in the race lead now. Underwood runs in 2nd, and Cabre has the 3rd spot.
Deep in the field, you got big hitters back there. Cardwell, Murtaugh, and the 127 of Blake Majulis. Those 3 cars working 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Now Quillen in the 4, back up in the outside retaining wall. He'll bounce off, come down, and grab the 127. Or excuse me, the 70 of Cardwell. The 127 of Majulis back down around the bottom as he will go ahead of Cardwell. Once again, they're going to be 2 in stair step and 3 wide off of turn 4.
Seeing varying grooves here as the Cedar Lake Speedway putting on a show here today through all the divisions of our Super Sunday Fun Day. Quillen beating down the concrete. Majulis working the bottom as we will come to the halfway point. 20 laps in, 20 laps to go. It is Evan C. out front by 0.6 of a second over Ryan Underwood.
Legs are crossed, and look at this. Here comes Alex Bergeron working the 09 of Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi up on the top, down to the bottom is Bergeron. He'll work it down to the inside. Watch that 12 machine down around the bottom. The 09 of Tomasi up on the outside. Old tomato sauce working the Canadian side by side down the front straightaway.
You can see the Tomasi posse standing up, cheering on their driver as he goes by Bergeron. Bergeron's big hit there on the backstretch wall and is hung up on the concrete, and the yellow is out. Yellow flag out. Huey Quillen and the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Big contact here at the exit of turn number 2.
Ooh, he just plumb dumped him. There's no way to describe that any better than he dumped him.
You know, I'm going to let you in on a secret, Jerry. Are you ready?
There's a secret?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
So just whisper it in my ear.
All right, I'm just going to tell you. All right, you know there's that thing that makes the car go called the pedal?
I mean, the gas pedal on the right. Yeah, you push that down?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a trigger. It doesn't work like a light switch. It doesn't just turn on and off.
Huh?
There's varying degrees, and sometimes you have to use less of it.
Like temperature?
Yes.
So if I was like in varying degrees, if it was like 100, it'd be full down.
Yes.
And if it was like, say, somebody spun out in front of you, or maybe was a little slower, you'd maybe back it down to like 80.
Yeah. You can.
No, you just leave it at 100. What are you thinking? We just saw it.
You just go. You're in a race car. Go fast. Nose fast. Evan C. We're back to green here with 17 laps to go at Cedar Lake.
Tough break. Alex Bergeron still sitting in the pit area, not able to make repairs and get back onto the speedway, or might have just said, hey, I'm done. Evan C., though, your race leader in the 33 machine down the front straightaway in turn number 1 and 2.
Oh, look at this. We're starting to battle for that lead as Underwood all over the 33 of C. Cabre right there, and Tanner Tomasi still holding strong in position number 4, just in front of Blake Majulis. Yellow is out once again with 15 to go here from Cedar Lake as the pace truck will catch up with the field once again on the speedway. So we'll see if we can catch what happened. Oh,
yeah. And then I got a secret for you.
Oh.
Yeah. So Travis St. Clair back here in the 13 car. Oops. Reaction of the chain.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you want to know that secret I was going to tell you?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I got to be real careful about this and whisper it so nobody else hears it. But in a car and on your iRacing rig, there's a pedal in the middle. There's like 3 pedals. There's one on the left side, and then we talked about that one on the right side. But guess what the one in the middle's for?
I have no idea. Tell me.
Don't tell anybody, but it's for slowing down and stopping. It's called a brake.
I think I just figured it out. Nobody in this generation knows how to do anything with 3 pedals.
I think you're right. I know half of my lane staff doesn't at work. Hey, can you move this car? It's got a stick shift in it. Here we go. Everybody on the loud pedal. That's the right pedal as they get down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be Evan C., your race leader, Cole Cabre. Hang on, we got big troubles. One hard upside down in turn number 3 and 4.
Austin Carr going for a ride.
So we'll see how this one transpires. There you see Carr in the middle of that 4-wide race. Mason Lobb on the outside. Just gets in there and, well, kind of got run into in the back. Ooh, can I tell like a good dad joke right now? I mean, you and I are dads. Can I tell? Okay. So when you're driving down the road, Sean, and have you ever wondered why you never see a dead crow on the road? Because they're always on the road. The big black crows, they always are like on the road, and they take off right before you get to them. You know what? You ever know why don't ever see that?
Why is that?
Because their buddy's sitting up on the freaking power line right above, watching out. And when you come down the road, he sends an alert out to his buddies on the road. Higher!
I got my son earlier tonight with one of the great dad lines. He stepped outside to check the weather because it's, kind of misty, rainy, slushy. And I said, "Is it snoo?" And he said, "Snoo? What's snoo?" And I said, "Not much. What's snoo with you?"
Oh, you even got the production crew with that one. Oh, Tanner Tomasi, speaking of getting one, he got about 6 tires on the infield, washed the front end out of the 09 car, and the posse just went, what happened there? As Blake Majulis and Richard Murtaugh coming in looking for top 5 finishes.
Oh, speaking of Murtaugh, he has gained 8 spots in this feature event as he goes into the top 5. So they're cheering him on. Davin Cardwell, a couple spots behind him. He's gained 8 spots in this feature event as well. And we still have 11 laps to go here in this one. So they've got more time to gain some more positions. It's still C, Underwood, Cabrera, Majulis, and Tomasi and Murtaugh side by side for the 5th spot.
On down the back straightaway, Tomasi up on the outside of Murtaugh. Davin Cardwell's there, the 21 machine, right on in behind him, which is that is Landon Whitfull. Whitfull right back there to the bottom side. They'll work him down off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. The 70 machine of Cardwell up around the outside of Richard Murtaugh.
Murtaugh going to put the right side out there, but here comes Cardwell around the outside. That car is hooked up. Murtaugh back to the inside, but the 70 of Cardwell, he's got the momentum, he's got the position. Position is 6th spot. Next up is Tanner Tomasi, who completes the top 5. That 09 machine about 6 car lengths in front of that 70 of Cardwell.
Down the back straightaway, it is Evan C. and Ryan Underwood. Underwood right there is in the number 2 spot. Working that 3 spot is Cole Cabrera, Blake Majulis, and Tanner Tomasi now into the number 5 spot.
Been a great battle there on the edge of the top 5 all race long. As also right in front of that, Blake Majulis, he's had to get up on the wheel and power that thing back up to the 4th spot as he holds on just in front of the 09 of Tomasi. Tomasi now starting to get his momentum wound up, especially on the high side over there in 1 and 2. He'll take a peek now to the inside of Majulis off of turn number 4. This is a race for the 4th spot. Majulis towards the bottom. Tomasi up there ripping the top.
You see it. Tomasi now going to change his lane. Majulis goes to the top. Tomasi back on the bottom side. Tomasi looking for some action traction. Can't quite get it done. Now he'll tickle the tires, let her slide, rip the lip, but not going to do it. It'll be Majulis with a crossover move coming back to the inside. Now Davin Cardwell coming throwing a hat to the ring with 3 to go.
Well, that was a close one down there. And now here comes Tomasi powering back to the inside of Majulis. Cardwell's going to get right into that mix as well. They're going to head into turn number 3. When they come off turn number 4 and take a peek at the flag stand, they'll see the bullhorns out. We've got 2 laps to go here at the Cedar Lake Speedway.
Down into turn number 1 and 2. This was a great battle back there. 4, 5, and 6. Majulis, Tomasi, and Cardwell. Tomasi going to look back to the inside. Cardwell right behind him. It is Majulis round the outside. The white flag is waving. Sean, there's 1 lap to go.
Final trip here in Cedar Lake, Wisconsin, into turn number 3 for the final time. Off of turn number 4, and it will be Evan C., your winner tonight from Cedar Lake. Ryan Underwood goes 2nd, Cole Cabrera for 3rd, then close there, Majulis 4th, and Tanner Tomasi completing your top 5 for this nightcap of the Super Sunday Fun Day with the Mimi's Makings and Motions, Warrior Logistics, Super Late Models. Your podium finishers heading down to the podium, and we'll have a look at the finishing order here. And stick around if you're watching. We will also hear from our top 3 coming up.
I tell you what, you switched the 3 of the 4 letters around in his last name, and he made it look easy. That was Evan C. picking up the win. Ryan Underwood, Cole Cabrera, and Blake Majulis, Tanner Tomasi round out your top 5.
Davin Cardwell goes 6th here tonight. He gained 9 spots in the feature event, as did Randall Carter, who finished in position number 7. Lyndon Whitfield was 8th. Richard Murtaugh Jr. finishes 9th. And James Ray, your 10th place finisher.
I will see Austin Friedman, Mason Lobb, Tia Moppert, Brent Carter, and Tyson Pankow rounding out 15th.
16th to Travis St. Clair, followed by Huey Quillen in 17th and Blake Murray in 18th. Matthew Logan, then Dylan Yeager completing your top 20.
Final 4 finishers. Not completing the field, it'll be Carr, Bergeron, McSwain, and Slinger. So that's your field rundown. We'll meet and greet your podium finishers here momentarily as you're watching the Mimi's Makings Emotions Warrior Logistics Nightcap for the Supers here on Ultimate Dirt TV. All right, welcome back here to Cedar Lake Speedway for your Mimi's Makings Emotions Warrior Logistics Super Late Models here on Ultimate Dirt TV, part of the World of Thunder Esports League season number 12. And looks like we're going to head it on down there. And Sean Neistat has found tonight's winner.
Evan C. going to victory lane once again here tonight with that 33 machine. Evan, nice run. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was definitely nice to bounce back into supers and get another win on the season after some bad luck in the big blocks today. But I guess to do good in the supers, I just got to do bad in the big blocks. Seems like the way it was last week, but it's a fun little track, and just kind of set up for the bottom there. I kind of figured the top would go away eventually, and this lead kind of fell into our hands there, and Zach got to the wall or something. I didn't really see what happened, but I kind of knew if we once the top went away, we'd be pretty good on the bottom, and just stay mistake free, and we was able to pull it off.
How much of a rhythm track is this, or what does it take to get around here? Because it seems like a lot of guys were trying the bottom, but they clip a tire or just get in a little too hot, push up. So what is it? What was the key to holding that bottom all night long?
Yeah, it's pretty tough on the bottom. It's it gets real slick down there, slicker than a lot of other tracks, just because everybody's running the same line. I guess you can kind of compare it to Lanier. You just kind of got to go, less than half throttle, around the whole track when you're running the bottom. And there's also a couple bumps in 1 and 2 getting down there. It can knock the front end up the track. And so it's definitely pretty technical. And, the top's pretty difficult to run too once it gets slick. And there's a ton of bumps up there in 1 and 2. So, just kind of a technical track. You got to hit your marks each lap and get into a good rhythm, and just not make any mistakes.
Before you could get into that rhythm and kind of pull your lead out here, a lot of restarts early on and a lot of double file restarts. How hairy were those?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody's so close to getting in on the bottom. You're hoping that netcode doesn't happen or something like that, but you never know. You kind of just want to get that first lap in and start to pull away a little bit, and that's what you want to see. So definitely this track when yellows come out is the top can get such good restarts also when the top's fast in 1 and 2. So definitely makes it difficult, but luckily for us, we was pretty hooked up on the bottom, so we was able to pull away.
In the winner's circle tonight, I know a lot of good people you'd like to thank. Here's your chance.
But yeah, just all the guys at Team VLR. Congrats to Ryan, VLR driver, and good run also in second. Everybody else helps us out. Jim Emery Next Level Designs for the paints. Jeff Brown over at iRacing Flag. Sia from Esports. Shot422.com. Blake Majolis over at 127 Industries. It's everybody else that helps us out, and thank y'all for doing the broadcast for us tonight, and Steven for putting on a series.
There he is, Evan C., your winner tonight from Cedar Lake with the World of Thunder Super Late Models. Let's head on over to Jerry Van Sickle, who's caught up with our second place finisher, Ryan Underwood.
Ryan, runner-up spot tonight. You had your hands full. It just looked like when they got around you, it kind of locked on in behind them.
Yeah, me and Evan, we found the bottom there early, and we really set up for the bottom, and we pulled away there. Zach got by me up top, but I just played the waiting game, and he got no wall. Evan got by me, and I really just followed Evan around the whole racetrack. Me and him pretty much just checked out. I started trying stuff there at the end, but he found the more dominant line, and I was just trying to find something better, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it seems like here the last couple of weeks, I mean, right there at the end, we've had some late race cautions, but this week it didn't go that way. Stayed green for those long runs, so you didn't get that opportunity to get tucked right back up on a restart this week. But got to feel good. Season's about winding down. Been a pretty good run for you all year, hadn't it?
Yeah, there towards the beginning, I missed 2 races, and at Lanier, I didn't make the race. So I don't know exactly where we're at in points. I think we're sitting 5th coming into this, so hopefully we're top 3 with this good run that we had tonight.
Well, who do you want to thank for the trip to a runner-up spot here tonight?
Everybody at Team VLR, congrats on Evan for the win. CFM Esports, Scalf Race Wrap, CI Performance, 30 Grass Soul, Northside Graphics and Designs, Mecca Motorsport, ShopFergie22.com, and everybody on the car.
There you go. Ryan Underwood coming home in the number 2 spot.
Catching up over here with Cole Cabray, finishing 3rd here tonight. Cole got some spots there early on in the D1RT Racing 71 and just kind of settled in and held your own from there on out.
Yeah, it was a really simple race, to be honest with you. Just kind of was, like you said, it was riding once I got up into 3rd there and had no pressure from the back. And I didn't have the car to get up there with Evan and with Ryan. I tried, but just had nothing to settle for 3rd.
What was the car lacking tonight to try to get off? Because it seemed like you really had to be tight on the bottom coming off of 2 and let it slide in 4.
Yeah, I was kind of loose all around. I could have used some more drive, and gear change would have helped also. But that's just stuff to go back to the shop and do our homework with and work on it for next time we come here. We always learn something, and it's always a good time.
How important is it to take notes every time you run at a track on what works, maybe what doesn't work, and maybe what needs to be changed? I mean, do you have what is your file system to keep those kinds of notes around?
Notes are everything. Notes help a lot. When we're just not too sure on what to run, we can go back into our notebook and look what we said from the past race. Definitely wrote down after this one I was too loose. So we'll go back, like I said, and do our homework and come back stronger and faster.
Put that on the top of the page and circle it a couple of times. Too loose. Who do you need to thank here, though? A good, solid podium run with that number 71 machine.
D1RT, Matthew Logan, a lot for a lot of help tonight. Majulis, Diggs, everyone over at D1RT helps a lot. You guys for putting this on, and iRacing.
All right, there he is. Cole Cabray, your 3rd place finisher here tonight in the Mimi's Makings and Motions Warrior Logistics Super Late Model feature event with that 71 machine. That is it, Jerry. All of our events on this Super Sunday Fun Day are in the books. Oh, did you hear that? Can you hear that in the background here?
What's up?
That's my bed calling my name.
Oh, I thought it was an ice cream truck.
Oh, well, you wouldn't even hear me. You just hear like my door flying.
Yeah, Mador. Speaking of Mador, Majulis, your points leader, still coming into the next week. Evan C. picked up win number 4 on the season by capitalizing with mistakes of a couple and just being, right place, right time, and being good to keep it up front. Of course, Alex Bergeron, even with that, not so great finish, going to leave 3rd in points. And like you said, Ryan Underwood moving up into the top 4 in points. So next week, I'm trying to think where we go next week. Oh, whoa!
Really?
We're going to the last Coliseum. Apparently, we are going to Bristol Motor Speedway next weekend.
All right, I'll be here.
I'll be here. We'll be there. We'll be here and there.
Crazy how it works.
I know it. So great to have each and everyone tuned in with us. If it was just for the supers or all 4, it's been our pleasure having you here all Super Sunday Fun Day on Ultimate Dirt TV with the Miller Family Trucking, Dirt Street Stocks, fan or Dirt Fan or DirtFan.com. Sprint cars, the Envision custom graphic, big blocks, and your Warrior logistics. And Mimi's making in motion super late models. So from all of us to all of you, until next Sunday, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. And good night, everybody.